a new
Yes,
edit.
sir.
Yes, that go for that, right? So it's
Yeah.
17:02 just now.
Yeah, it's 17 my time.
Yeah, that's it. That's I put it on my calendar, on my clock.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So what's going on? What did you get accomplished since we last met, William?
Well, I've been dealing with a couple of emails with a client, so
Good.
yeah.
Accomplishing anything? Are they getting open? Do you know?
Well, they're opened. I've opened them. They've sent them to me. I don't know if you
Oh,
can
they're
see.
sending them to you.
I don't know if you can see them.
Ah, there you go. There you go. What's going on in oh, Kurt
What's that?
left. No, Kurt's still here. What's going on in Kurt's
I
world?
don't know if you can see them. No, I don't know if you can see them, Kirk. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, just trying to keep up with everything. I'm getting invited to trade shows and events and, trying to everybody's wanting to know about our live streaming like we do here and
Yep.
getting on shows and growing the telethon. Steve Ramona's got his event in a couple days. Or no,
Good,
that's
good,
not
good.
true either. It got rescheduled, Emily, right?
Who that?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the 28th.
I think it's the 28th now.
Yeah, so I guess Steve Ramona
Oh,
is doing
Steve's got
his.
I think I got that on my calendar for this week too.
Yeah, so Steve rescheduled for the 28th.
Okay. There you go.
So there you go. Now we're getting updated.
Yeah, I got to change that in
So
my
what's the
calendar as well.
update at Santa's workshop over there?
What's that?
Are Mrs. Claus and the elves keeping you busy, Santa?
They are. I just launched another coloring book. Got that done this weekend, and of course, for some reason, uploading off my computer to my website host, for some reason, adds some letters to the file, and then it doesn't want to cooperate right. So I got to send it to my webmaster guy, and he rearranges things and uploads it. So now it's ready to go. So I was able to get all the posts done, and now I'm going to get that launched. Going to concentrate more on getting those publicized this week, and the t-shirts and stuff. I got another big promotion starting next week for the t-shirts with one of the veteran groups, so I'm excited about that. So lots going on. In the cookie book, well, people are getting interested in that, so I got to promote that a little bit more to start getting the downloads happening on that one. So lots of things happening. It's you got to divide your time up amongst the different chores and different tasks to keep it going and rocking and rolling, and all that fun stuff. And still learning how to do this, and I think I got to start inviting more guest speakers. I think that's the chore on hand for next time, Kurt and William. Thank you for showing up, William.
Yep.
You
I
know,
can't promise to be here every week, but I'll try my best.
there you go. Yep, I do it every second, or first and third Monday of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you met Kurt before?
Don't think so. No. I've just sent him a LinkedIn friends request, so
There
Oh,
you go.
okay. Thanks, William.
yeah.
There you go. So, Kurt's an interesting character. He's busy, busy, busy. He's involved with about 10 million groups on the slow week, and on a busy week, it's probably about 15 or 18 million groups, and he gets them doing podcasts and promotions, and yeah, he's a pretty decent guy, even if that smile gives you the heebie-jeebies on. Is this guy a really true character, or is he really just a character?
I go
Takes
by
he takes
I
the
know
most.
I know quite a few people, and then the people I don't know, John tends to know. Like you, William. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we all know somebody else who knows somebody. And all connect somewhere.
That's it.
I was on a meeting if you didn't hear William, when I joined the meeting late, I was on another meeting doing a one-on-one with another guy from Scotland, and boy, we just connected and we hit right off. And what a great conversation that we had. And he does marketing, and he's about to launch. Listen to this one, Kurt. He's about to launch his own whiskey line. So
Gotta love that. That's
gotta love
how
that.
most of what Scotland created, has happened. That's their secret sauce, that Scotch whiskey. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
I used to be in the
Absolutely.
golf business, so that was the story I was told, that golf became 18 holes because the Scotch would go out, and they'd play it, they'd hit the ball in the hole, and then they'd say, "All right, everybody get around, have a shot." Boop. And then, so they'd keep pouring that around, and by the time they did 18 holes, they had to go get another bottle. So that became the 19th hole, when you
Ah,
go get another bottle of whiskey.
have you ever heard Robin Williams tell the story about inventing golf?
Oh yeah, that
Oh
is a
my
right. That
goodness.
is worthwhile looking up on YouTube and watching
Have
that.
you seen that one, William?
I can't remember it, so I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. Robin Will you remember who Robin Williams was, right?
Yes. Good morning, Vietnam. Mrs.
Yeah,
Doubtfire. Yeah.
exactly. And incredible stand-up comic, and just unfortunately we lost him way too early, and he was just a genius.
Yeah.
But that goes to show you that mental awareness or mental disease can affect anybody, even millionaires and people
Yeah.
that think and promote that they're doing okay. We
Yeah.
even let Kurt slide by every now and then with his mental disease.
Well, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors, you know what I mean?
Say that again.
You don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So he did a comic sketch of how they invented golf, and you just you almost fall off the chair laughing so hard. You got to check it out. It's
Yeah.
huge.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to look just now. I'll wait till the end of the meeting.
Yeah. There you go. So did you have a good weekend, Kurt?
Yeah, so here's a little trivia question, John. Um, I was watching a Scottish sport this past weekend. So what sport would that be?
Ah, would it be the pole throwing?
No, that would be good. That would be good. I was not. I'm gonna have to put that on my to-do list. So
You
no.
have you ever seen that one, Kurt?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's quite the thing. Yeah.
The
Or
welly
or
throwing. The welly throwing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then they do the stone.
Yep.
They do the stone lifting.
Yep. I
What
think
are
you're talking about
you
Highland Games here.
What are you thinking of a Scottish activity, Kurt?
Rugby.
Oh, that's not just Scottish.
Well, it was started
It's big. It's
by
big in Europe and big in yeah. That's the American version of soccer, almost.
yeah,
No, Australian rule.
they
I,
say they say rugby began when a soccer player decided to pick up the soccer ball, and then the other players partook in, like he would run with it and pass it, like it broke out from soccer is the version I heard.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
that's the version I heard
William, you
myself.
heard that one?
Yep, that's the one I heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, in the military, we have a thing called murder ball. You play with a water bottle, and when you get a hold of the ball, get it as quick as possible because everyone's just going to jump on you.
Yeah. Yeah. And rugby is huge all across Europe, isn't it, William?
Yeah, it's close Europe, close to well, the best players in the world, the best teams in the world are actually Southern Hemisphere, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia.
Rugby, but
Yeah,
not as you guys call it football, we call it soccer. That's a total different sport, and that's a total other.
yeah, yeah.
A lot of people.
Rugby's like American football without the pads.
Yeah, without the pads. Yeah. Brutal on the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
got Bob Holmes on here, Santa. So got our one-man volleyball team. Now we're talking volleyball with Bob Holmes.
There we go. Is he joining us?
I'm
Bob,
here,
You're here. Well, hello, Bob. How are you?
doing good. I wasn't cold till I thought of Christmas with you.
Oh, no. Come on now. You don't get cold. You think of all the warmth and sharing and family time. That doesn't create coldness. That creeps
No, that warms it
at the
right up.
heart, Bob.
That warms it up. Because I'm from New Hampshire where it got 30 below zero.
Where are you hiding today, Bob?
Driving down the highway.
Driving down
North
the highway.
Carolina.
Whereabouts?
No, I'm going to North Carolina from Tennessee.
There you go. Well, it's warm in North Carolina. Come on.
Oh, yeah. This is a good warm time of year, that's for sure. Wait,
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Kurt, where do you live in Minnesota, was it?
Brainerd,
Brainerd. Okay.
about 2 hours northwest of Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
You draw a line from Fargo to Duluth, that goes across the center part of the state. Brainerd's dead center
Okay.
because we're 140 miles from Fargo and 140 miles to Duluth.
Huh.
But Brainerd is classified as cottage country to Minneapolis.
Well, the Vikings are certainly what my memorabilia of Minnesota is all about.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be interesting this year because they've picked up some pretty good people in the offseason. So it'll be interesting to see how well they do this year.
They're the ones that are featured on the video, the Vikings, and so we've been trying to get that out to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. The Vikings, William, is the NFL team from Minnesota, the Minnesota Vikings, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And actually, they're playing in London to start. No, they got a doubleheader. They're playing in Ireland, and then the next week they're playing in London. So they're doing two back to back in the UK. To
Yeah.
start off in September, to start off their, I think it's week 4 and 5 actually.
So who's on the call now? Who do we have on here?
We got a young man, William Kemet from the UK is on here with us.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bob, what have you been doing in the UK so far?
They're too chicken. They haven't booked me.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe you can help us out. Bob wants to travel to the UK and take on the Scotch, the Irish and whoever, take everybody on in volleyball.
It's a one-man volleyball wrecking machine.
Yeah, when you go to, you'll see my video at boboutreach.com. You can see the Vikings playing me there on a video if you haven't seen it already. Yeah, it keeps me busy on the court. Sure.
Oh yeah, I bet. Absolutely. That's a lot of area to cover for one man.
Yep. Sounds like it.
So,
William, when's the last time you played volleyball?
Good few years ago.
me?
Good few years ago.
Okay. All right, there
I
you
watched
go.
I watched the beach ball in the Olympics, the beach volleyball in the Olympics.
Okay.
Didn't
That's
actually
because you
play.
those skimpy little suits that they wear.
Yeah, the female ones. I watched the female volleyball. I didn't watch the male volleyball.
Yeah.
And when you play by yourself, you can't blame anybody else.
No, this is very true. This is very true.
Yeah, yeah, Bob, if you have trouble with teamwork, we got a Bring in a professional.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I speak on teamwork. Oh, I had Volkswagen. They used to sell bugs. I don't know if they still do sell the bug. And I was talking to the owner about maybe having a slogan, the whole team fits in the bug.
There
When
you
it's a
go.
one man.
And what was his thoughts on that?
They thought it was a great idea. They got some new staff. I may go visit it again if they still make bugs, but that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I
Yeah.
go to a restaurant, I say you're feeding the whole team when I show up.
Yeah, you could utilize that in a lot of different ways, Bob.
It makes it funny. Yeah. I
Yeah.
still can't believe I do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, especially 20 years into it, because you're not the man you were 20 years ago, obviously.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been
Bob, you
over
got
40,
40 years in, don't you?
yeah, 40 years. Yeah.
40 years, Santa.
Holy moly.
Right. Oh
My,
man.
my, my legs and my chest are hurting just thinking about that, Bob.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
But you
Well,
do it for a
actually,
good cause and a good reason. So nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
right.
Yeah, when you look at all the people on the planet and all the things we do and how many people have done a thing for more than 40 years, it's probably not that huge of a percentage.
No,
No.
no.
Keep it
Well, the kids are worth it, trying to get them away from the things that are killing them. And by playing them, it gets their attention and they really listen after you've played against them. And especially now, if they're getting close to winning or whatever, I'll get on the mic and say, now, how are you going to brag about beating a 68-year-old grandfather?
There you
And their
go.
response is normally what kind of words?
We let them won.
Yeah, how are they going to brag beating somebody 68? And then
And
that
what do
kind
they
of takes
normally say, Bob?
takes the wind out of their desire to beat
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Have you done it anywhere besides the US, Bob?
Let's see, Guatemala recently. Yeah, Guatemala, they had me speak in the schools and play volleyball there in Guatemala.
Wow, interesting. Interesting. But over the 40 years, have you done many places?
About 6,000 gymnasiums.
Yeah, but I mean, besides the US.
Oh no, just Guatemala and a little bit in Canada, but that's as far as I've gone.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bob, when you go to Scotland, we've got your photographer.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, is that
William here. William
oh,
is your resident photographer, so always remember that.
okay? He might find this kind of humorous, but when the TV stations come out to film me, and a lot of times the crew will play me, the TV crew, they'll play against me. And I always get on the mic and when they make a good shot, and I'll say, "You watch, they're going to show that shot over and over again."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. William, do you do you take photographs of many sporting events?
I don't really now. I used to do a lot of football and I used to do a lot of rugby as well. But I've
Too
been
fast paced for you now?
yeah, but I can still do it, which I've just not been concentrating that sort of material stuff. It's more the new celebrity stuff we've been doing.
There you
It's
go.
just to be like I'm organised to go and do it now.
Yeah, yeah. Was there any money in it?
Rugby sports are mainly covered by Getty, so they're giving the pictures away for nothing. So unless you get something different, you're not going to make any money off it.
Right. You got to get that spectacular shot to sell it to the news agencies.
Well, I sell to the museums as well, but Getty there as a news agency, and they're giving away a lot of agencies give away like 2,000 pictures before they get to yours. So you've got to have
Right.
something different in that game to go for. And,
There you go. There you go.
like you
Now
say,
you mostly do weddings?
no, it's mainly news and media. Stay away from
Oh,
it.
okay.
That involves people.
There you go.
A female woman. My hair doesn't look right in this picture and things like that. I mean,
Okay, Bob, take care.
All right, thanks,
Yeah,
Bob.
thanks,
I
Bob.
gotta
Nice
hit.
to see you, Bob.
I appreciate meeting all of you. We'll get back. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be here. We'll be here.
All right.
Did he
So
say he
did you,
got a
Kurt,
hit?
did you tell William that you spend half your summer on water skis?
I did not divulge that. No, no. So yeah, William, a week from today we'll be performing a water ski show, and it's the first show of 20 that we do every year. So we have a season of doing 20 water ski shows. We start next Monday, and then we go all the way to Labor Day weekend. So the first Monday in September.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's 20 shows between next weekend and first Monday in September. And so basically Mark, who just came on here, he's going to help make water skiing the most highly acclaimed sport in all of television, right, Mark?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
can't
Mark,
wait.
how are you?
Wide World of Sports level.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring back Wide World of Sports. We're gonna show the thrill of victory and then Kurt Roscoe's agony of defeat.
Whoa. See how they gang up on me, William? It's just
I'm
like,
gonna catch you in your best crash.
there we go. There
I'm,
you
I'm
go.
gonna be there
So,
when the whole pyramid just falls on you.
You
yeah.
got to get him out of the boat, first of all. Mark,
No, they
say
showed
hello to
me
William Williams from the
he,
UK.
he, hey, he's the you know what? Kurt's the bottom guy. You get it? He's the bottom guy.
And they call me the anchor.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Here you
he's on the
go.
bottom of the pyramid.
Yeah.
Yep. They
Got to
call
start
that a
somewhere.
Well, yeah, you got to start somewhere, William, right?
Yep.
Absolutely, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
I've
you
been
think
offering.
after, William and Mark, though, but Kurt's been doing this for 40 years. You'd think he'd learn how to get off the bottom by now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've offered to climb Santa, but they just won't take me up on the offer.
I don't think Kurt will
I'm
never
just
be the top of
I'm
the.
gonna
Kurt may
keep the
never be the
lip
top of the
solved on that
pyramid.
one.
He
The
may
only
never be
way
the top of the pyramid. Yep.
the only way they offered me, to go high with the water ski show was they sent me over the ramp, over the jump.
Uh-huh.
Can
Yeah.
you do that?
I did go. Yeah, I haven't for like 25 years, but I can.
Because the profanity that came out of his mouth was not allowed to be put across the loudspeaker.
He definitely would have got. He definitely would have got coal in his bag for that year, huh?
Oh
Right.
yes, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
the story is that my neighbors always wonder, where I got the truckload of coal from.
Right.
I'm like, Santa really loves me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Papa John's going to deliver you to the whole state of West Virginia.
Maybe she could Santa
Oh,
do
I'd
it.
run
Santa
out of coal by that time, Mark.
That's a lot of coal.
That's a lot of coal. You got that right. What's going on in your world today, Mark? What was your win today?
What was my win?
Yeah.
Every day's a win. I'm friends with Kurt Roscoe.
Well,
There you go. See,
you got to learn to set your bar a little bit higher, I think, Mark.
I am a glutton for punishment.
Yes, I think we all
In
are.
all truth, I've been a entrepreneur for a little while now. You know what I mean? And I've been to the bottom, so Kurt is definitely a step up compared to what I've seen and been through. Trust me.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yep, yep. If
Once
you
in
ever
a
heard of a
while, he's a
lion,
pretty
yeah,
good guy, and he's got some good connections, Mark. We know that.
yep. You only need one. You only need one good one, and that was Mr. Bob Holmes. And then he triggered something very special,
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
despite himself.
Well, we all know it's the power of the people behind us.
The power of the people. But wow,
When you doing networking, you're doing connections. It's all about the power of the people
I try
behind it.
not to keep too many people behind me, Santa.
Well, yeah, true enough.
Not interested in anybody's Yule log. Nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? not to get weird, but
You might have to explain that to Kurt because he
I try to tell him I'm
understands
Jewish. I only kosher.
Oh man.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to be in the same room with you. I'm probably going to get hit by a bolt of lightning.
I don't know.
Every time I walk in, I very rarely walk into a church, but every time I do, it's a fiasco. Like you can't even believe.
You're
You
going to
can't
scare
even
William
believe.
away, and he's saying that weird group that Santa gets, I'm not going to come back there again, he's going to say.
Well, I'm thinking if I walk into church, it'll fall down.
Huh? What?
He's from Scotland, Mark. You got to put the bloke on the high end here.
Oh, nice.
So I network with people all around the world. And I
Yeah,
met
because you
William at
visit them
another
all
group that I do.
because you can visit them all in one day.
Well, of course. And then I go back and revisit them so I can actually have a conversation with them. Because, on the one day that I go make the world, there's not time for much conversation.
But you're doing 36 hours, don't you?
Well, absolutely. One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mark, you got to get the cookbook for all of Santa's favorite cookies and everything.
I don't know. I like William. He sounds like Drew McIntyre.
Drew Mick. All right.
Is that
I
a
like William. He
compliment?
sounds like Drew McIntyre. I like William.
Yeah. William's a good shit.
Thank
He
you.
sounds like Drew.
We'll keep him around for a little while.
I think instead of giving him coal, we should get him haggis.
Oh, he knows what that's all about.
I like to catch my haggis fresh.
I like my haggis fresh.
Is there such a thing, William?
Yes, there is.
Haggis is cow. Haggis is basically like cow's balls.
Ah, nah.
Haggis. You want some
Sheep's got
haggis?
stomach. Sheep's got his stomach.
I get all my international knowledge from watching WWE. Okay, so you understand where that comes from. Okay, I get all my international knowledge from watching wrestling. So if I think of Scotland, I think of Drew McIntyre.
There you go. Absolutely.
or Seamus, or some of the other guys from over there by Wales and Scotland and England, all those great places. Lord William Regal.
Yep.
Seamus.
That sounds like a good Irish name.
Finley.
That's a Scottish name.
Fit Finley.
Yep.
Or my favorite one, Kill the Irishman. Not that,
There you go.
I've got a little Scotch Irish in me. I'm related to the Livingston and Watson clans. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Scottish.
Yeah.
Would that be when you say
mother-
Scotch Irish? Do you mean Jameson whiskey?
That fits in really well. Yes.
You mean
And,
Jameson
Mark,
whiskey?
My mother was from Glasgow, so I've got a real good connection with the UK.
That's right where I am. So
And
My mother's from
remember the
Philadelphia. Does that mean
story
I
that-
should go get a cheesecake? My mother's from Philadelphia. Does that mean I should go get a cheesecake steak?
No. And a lot of the whiskey manufacturer, I don't know if they still do, William, you might know this, but a lot of the whiskey manufacturing plants would use Canadian geese as their guard dogs.
Yeah, you see, you go up to. I don't know the Canadian geese because they've immigrated now, so they're now Scottish geese. Their ancestors are Canadian, but if you go up to the whiskey distilleries and that, you will see and some of them walking about in that, especially
Yeah.
the whiskies.
Because they start squawking, Mark. It's unbelievable. The geese will protect their territory and they start squawking.
I
Yeah.
believe you,
Besides, you
sir.
wouldn't want to get hit by one of those wings. They'll break your arm pretty quick.
I believe you, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I believe you.
Well, I believe that because I've seen them walking about the distillery, especially the malt whiskies. Seen them walking about.
Yep. Yep. Very true. Very true.
I believe in children are our future.
All the time.
Yeah, there you
So the
go.
big
Yeah,
promotion, Kurt, coming together. You getting people lined up for June?
for June 7th. Oh yeah, we've got quite a roster to get organized. So yeah, it should be a good show, 1 to 3 Central, and the whole 8 hours should be good. So yeah, there's a lot packed into that, and we're gonna have overflow. We're gonna have, you know, um, we're gonna have simultaneous lives, because all the locations, I don't know about LA, but Phoenix, like where Mark is, and our Illinois crew and the Toronto crew, we're gonna be running show beyond what goes through the telethon. So the telethon will be going on. We'll have another set of streaming going on, and through that, making sure catching people that weren't aware of the telethon and getting them over to the telethon by doing extra live streaming. So yeah, it's
This
like
is
it's
a big
multi-dimensional.
telethon fundraiser on June the 7th, Kurt? 6th.
Yeah, Saturday, June 7th. Yep.
7th. Okay. It's a Saturday and it's going to run from about what starts originally at 10 o'clock in the morning, goes till 8 at night, our
Um,
time.
well, it depends on what time zone you're in. In our time, John, it's 11 to 7 our time.
11 to
So
7.
the Project iHeart segment is 1 to 3 Central.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Eastern time, it's noon to 8, and Pacific for Mark's clock, it'll be a 9 to 5 gig.
And then who else is going to be involved after Project Die Hard?
Well, Mark's got On the Mark TV, but he's got us connected with, and he's connected to Connect to Your City. So they've got connections to a lot of military dignitaries and recording artists and so forth. And then the LA crew is with Richie Honori, our world-class drummer, multi-pronged talent.
I would truly, if you guys were smart, I would truly rely more on Richie than I would Phoenix.
But you better you better talk
I'm
to
just telling
Larry.
you. Well, if
Larry,
Larry comes
because
through, God bless.
yeah,
Have you guys been keeping in touch with him?
he told our crew that yeah, for the first hour he's got a list of military dignitaries and so
Oh, Larry
forth.
knows a lot of people. I'm counting on him. I'm praying that yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Larry knows a lot of people. Larry's definitely. I mean, Larry's had the television network for years. You know what I mean? Just years.
Yeah, and he
So
apparently is bringing in his flair for music into it because he said he's got a list of recording artists that'll be a part of the
I'm
second.
sure he does. Yeah, Larry knows. Larry sometimes doesn't share. Sometimes he's like that kind of secret guy. All of a sudden, like boom, shakalaka. It just happens.
Yep, he's Mr. Stealth Mode, and then boom, he delivers.
Yep. Let us pray.
There you go.
Well, hopefully it's all going to fall into place at the right time, at the right place, and it's going to make it a smooth transition between each of the time zones.
Amen.
Yeah. What do you think, William? What do you need to know?
I don't know what I need to know, but I'm figuring out the time zone saying I can get on for some of it anyhow.
Yeah,
I'm guessing some will be 3 o'clock in the morning, such like as well. So
possibly, but noon's not bad, or 10 o'clock in the morning is not bad.
no,
You
because that
know,
would
that'd
get
be like 4 in the afternoon for you.
exactly. Yeah, I can maybe get make.
Yeah. I'll make sure Kurt sends me the proper scheduling and then I can forward it on to you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. I've sent Kirk a friend's request anyhow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So we probably know figure out who I am anyhow by the time it comes to June 7th. But
Right.
if you said I'll get it twice, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How many languages does Santa speak? He understands every word a man's saying.
You got to listen carefully. That's all, Mark. You know,
Yep.
I still think you should get Papa John's to sponsor you. I think you're missing out.
Well, at least send them. At least put a message on for the kids.
yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
we're teaming up with a guy who's working on a project called Pause for Peace, and he's got
Quest.
what's
Quest
Quest
for
for
Peace.
Peace? Oh,
Quest.
Quest for Peace. Okay.
Or maybe it is Pause. I don't know. He keeps saying, but when I first met him it was Quest, but it could be Pause for Peace. You could be right.
Yeah, so he's doing that September 21st through October 4th. So we're gonna join forces with him, and he's
See,
got
that's the part I got so confused about because I thought it was just one day for 24 hours, and now he's got it going on for like 2 weeks.
yeah.
Really.
Well,
Yeah, but
because
Mike,
it's taking on interest, so
yes,
basically, these different locations can have their performance and whatever, and he's got it all built out to include youth choirs and so forth. So
yes, sir.
he's really looking to get the kids all over the place singing away for peace. So
Really.
yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's in schools throughout the entire world. It starts in like Antarctica and ends up like someplace, some island off of like out by Samoa or somewhere, like some far out island. Crazy.
That sounds interesting. As
Yeah,
long as
so
they
it's a
don't
little bit
repeat
like
the same song 46 times during the day.
No.
yeah. Well, that's where I'm meeting with him tomorrow to learn more. He lives just like a dozen miles from me,
Oh,
just
really?
over Milwaukee direction, Whitefish Bay over here in the Milwaukee area. So he's gonna
Okay.
come over my way, and he's coming over to where we do our water ski show, but it's a practice night. He's gonna come
Oh,
out
okay.
tomorrow, and this is practice week for our show tomorrow. So he and I are gonna have a little sidebar, and I'm gonna learn a little bit more about what he's all doing. But everything he's doing is designed to reach 100 million people.
Really?
That's really the design of what he's doing, is to reach 100 million people.
That's
Wow,
ambitious.
that's an impressive reach.
Yeah. So, but Mark is involved, and he knows how to reach millions of people. And Mark and the crew, we all got talking to a group called Maybachs, and they know how to reach tens of millions of people. So
Where are they from?
Maybachs,
Yeah.
Studio
uh,
City, California.
there we go.
Originally from Arizona, now Studio City, California.
Okay.
Maureen
And
Cooper Turner. Maureen Cooper Turner.
Yeah, Mark,
and
you got Larry's got her the setup for carrying the telethon, right?
They've been emailing each other.
Yeah, well, we better check in on that to make sure they're not forgetting to discuss the
I think you
telethon.
should. I think
Yeah,
you should. I think you should follow up with Larry.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, doing that right now.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't been
You're
hearing
working
much
up-
about Victoria Day. I haven't been hearing from probably because Canada took the day off, eh?
Well, yeah, everything's off in Canada right now.
No.
You guys in UK didn't have a holiday today, William?
Oh, no, we've got a bank holiday next week.
Yours is next week?
Yeah, bank holiday next week. In Scotland was last week.
Can't all cooperate and get it on the same freaking day.
Well, I do. I take everybody's holiday, so I'm okay.
I see.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
easier.
go. And what do you call it next week in Scotland? No,
Thank you.
last week was Scotland.
I think it's the May bank holiday, I believe. I don't know if it's a Scottish one or an English one, but I take them both. So
Yeah, why not, right?
yeah, 'cause my boss me said I can take it, so I do.
Ah, see, his
What's
wife
that?
runs
What
a
do something?
different company, Kurt.
What's that? You're saying
His
about?
wife runs a different company.
Well, she doesn't. She's a distributor business partner for a company called Utility Warehouse, helping people
Okay.
save money in their household bills. I'm taking like a distributor for them as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, been
Okay.
there
But
a lot of them about.
you let her do the chatting about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there's a couple companies in the U.S., Kurt, that you can join them up, and they've got a way to, because they have so many people in their organization, they can use the power of people to save money on your utility bills. Well, they've got a same sort of a company in the UK.
yeah. In fact,
That's
one a similar company. I know it's different. Similar company in the US would be Herbalife. Would probably be the same sort of company.
Herbalife.
Herbalife. Herbalife. They don't do the telephones. They sell a product, but building a team and basically work the same sort of some network marketing works similar to that. I mean,
Right, right.
and
Okay,
the process works similar to that, but they're selling a product, and ours is like telephone, gas, electricity. The difference is with Herbalife, to make money, you've got to keep on buying the product. With
right.
ours, you're going to have a shower and you're going to put lights on every day, so you're going to make money.
Yeah, yeah. They're big
Yeah.
along the East Coast. But there are companies that specifically go after the utilities. They don't do extra products like Herbalife does.
Yeah, yeah. There is companies like that as well. Yeah,
Yeah. Because companies have a way of ripping off the people here in the US.
I don't. They do that in Britain as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, including the government as well. They do that as well. They rip us off
Oh,
as
hey,
well.
that happens everywhere, William.
Yeah,
That's just not a US and a Britain thing. That's worldwide.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
The world would be a much better place if it wasn't for politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's on your calendar this week for taking pictures at?
Well, I've got one, nothing much tomorrow, anyway. But the first one, that's Thursday. This is Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can see that.
No, only the top part of it.
Well, Kensington Palace.
Kensington Palace. There you go.
It's to photograph Prince William and Kate Middleton.
Ah,
Right.
I recognize that name.
Yeah. And Thursday, I forgot to photograph him again.
So, in order to photographer or take pictures of her, you have to, I would assume, clear a bunch of background checks and security checks.
Yeah. Well, I'm basically the official photographer for events and things like that in Scotland. So,
Right?
mm.
Yeah.
So they sent me a brief and things they're doing on Wednesday and Thursday. Gonna come to Scotland. So
Now,
day two.
do they limit the amount of photographers that are going to a activity that?
That event, yeah, the events for what they're doing, yes. There's only one photographer allowed.
So you're the only photographer on site?
Yep. That's not to
Damn,
say.
there's some foot in the right door, Kurt.
I would say.
Yeah.
That's
There'll be people doing sort of people outside doing pop stuff, and there'll be people with camera phones and that sort of stuff, as there always is. You know what I mean?
But you will be the only official photographer.
Yep.
Damn, there's some pull. That's many years of experience of putting in the right foot at the right place and opening the right doors. Good for you.
Yep.
Good for you.
No, I'm
So
a
is-
good
Do
photographer.
you do a lot of the royal family? Do you do a lot of pictures with the royal family?
I used to do loads. I was official military photographer, so I did the prime ministers, everything, and so I'm
Yeah,
still
but
doing some of it.
prime minister doesn't quite have as much pull as the royal family does.
And exactly, no. I mean, I've done the Queen loads of times. I've done, well, the old Queen, no, I mean, done the King a few times.
Oh
Princess,
yeah.
Princess Anne. So I've
Did you
done
want to
them all.
push him into the river?
No, done them all. Done them all. And so
Yeah. Well, good for you. That's pretty exciting.
yeah, well,
But I mean, that's just not a walk in the park kind of activity. There's so much clearance and background and
yeah,
procedures that need to be done and taken care of beforehand that even gets you along in the property.
yeah,
What's
definitely,
one
yeah.
of your favorite moments from taking pictures of the Queen?
Probably Princess Diana doing the Dashing White Sergeant at Balmoral.
Yeah, the memorial for Queen Di
No,
or
no,
Princess Di.
Balmoral. Princess Diana doing the Dashing White Sergeant. Actually, one of the balls in Balmoral.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Actually, in the
That's
ball and actual castle.
That's going back a few years.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she's been gone, what, 18 years now this year?
No, maybe longer. She died in '97.
97?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's 28 years ago already.
yeah,
No,
Wow.
Princess Diana.
yeah,
Yeah,
Princess Diana died in 1997.
yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit, that's a long. I didn't, man, that was wow. That's a long time. Damn, I thought it was like in the early 2000s or something.
No,
Wow,
I knew it was, yeah,
wow, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
you got
you've
me.
taken pictures of the boys all their growing up life.
Well, I've actually babysitted Prince William.
What?
Yep.
We're not worthy.
You
We're not.
babysitted Prince William?
Yeah, when he was 4.
Wow.
Why?
Tell us the story. How did that
Yeah,
happen?
that's a good one. That's better than hearing about water skiing. Go ahead.
Well, they were in the Royal Britannia and they're sailing somewhere, and Diana and Charles were going out, and I was like off for not taking pictures. So you want to look after the boys for a couple of hours, walking for a couple of
You
hours.
do look like the guys from you do look like the guys from Downtown Abbey, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Also, I was military. I was a military photographer, so I was forces. So I used to be about with them all the time.
Wow, there you
I
go.
mean, in all seriousness, you remind me of the guys from Downtown Abbey. So I'm the story is like makes sense.
Yeah.
That's that's an interesting
You
story
got
to
the
put on your
babysit.
resume.
Man, is that in your LinkedIn? Is that in your profile? I babysitted Prince William. No, like shit. That's pretty tight.
Well,
That's way
actually,
better than any. That's better than a Santa story and a water ski story all put together.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to
Santa's
insult you
story. You had
guys,
to
but
throw Santa under the bus.
dude, he babysitted. All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
At any point in time, did your stories match up to him babysitting royalty? So think about that for a minute. He babysitted royalty.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Santa gave the royalty the presents and ate their cookies.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've danced with old Queen. I've danced with Diana. I've danced with Margaret. I've danced with Helen Ferguson, Sarah Ferguson, Helen. I've danced with most of the royal family.
He's got better stories, guys. Sorry.
Oh,
He's got way better stories than I do. Sorry.
That's some serious.
Yeah, that's some serious. Yeah,
That's some serious
seriously.
power happening, William.
Yeah,
How are you not writing a book, sir?
because I'd have to kill most of the people that read it.
Wow. He's probably like half photographer, half Secret Service. He's probably like MI6. No shit. We're probably talking to a guy like MI6. He's probably like the photographer thing is just a cover. He's not telling us the whole truth. Come on, William.
No, I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer.
Okay. Is it William Cammett 007? Seriously, come on, tell us the truth. Come on, tell us the truth, William. Come on. It's WK. It's WK 007, right? You're the original?
Nope.
You're like, by the way, I got it. Somehow, this is the guy they got Sean Connery to portray.
No.
Yeah, don't lie.
Sean Connery.
See, he's a famous Scottish spy, and Sean Connery played him in the movie.
But Sean Connery's a little older than me, or was a little older than me.
Little bit older, Mark.
That's why he played you in the movie.
Wow.
You know, Hollywood, that's what I think. William, tell the truth. Come on. That's why, seriously.
No.
William Cammett, 007. Come on.
I didn't say 007, no.
MI6? Come
So this ball that you've taken pictures at was probably more than a few. There would, am I assuming there was other prime ministers and leaders of other foreign countries?
Well, most of the royal family at the time was there. The older ones, anyhow.
I'll be right back.
I've done it a few times. Most of the royal families are mid-times there. I don't know, Reagan was there.
Oh, yeah.
Ronald Reagan, Gorbachev, the Russian leader as well.
Right. Yep.
So,
Yep.
just about a few.
So when you take pictures at an activity like that, are you allowed to keep the original pictures, or do you have to turn everything over?
Well, they ones were all Crown copyright, so they're owned by the Crown.
Okay.
So the Crown gets Crown copyright, but I'm officially mentioned on it, but it's one that says Crown copyright.
Wow.
Same with the ones on Wednesday, Thursday, they'll be Crown copyright as well.
So are you allowed to keep any of the original pictures that you take when it comes to royalty?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depends on how fly I am. I mean, but generally they're Crown. You can't do nothing with any because they're Crown copyright. They get circulated through Crown copyright all over the world.
But it'd be kind of cool to have it in your own private library that says, yeah, I've got pictures of Diana. I've got pictures of William and, some of the other kids and, wow, that's pretty amazing. That's kind of cool.
I've got some pictures of them. I mean, but their ones will be can get pictures of it because they're all over. They've been every newspaper in the world anyway, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wow. So you think the way the boys are acting now, their mother would approve?
No. No.
No, she had a heart of gold and she treated people unbelievably well. It didn't matter who you were, where you were from, or what color your skin was. She had a heart of gold.
Yeah.
And now the way the boys are acting, she'd be pretty upset, I think.
Yeah. I think it's more to do with their wives actually rather than them, to be honest with you.
Well, I totally agree with that statement. Absolutely. And
I'd probably say more Meghan than Kate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, it truly is. Absolutely. So what do you think of that, Kurt? I brought royalty to the house now.
Wow, very impressive, Santa. Very nice, very nice. You're heading in the right direction. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to keep the celebrity stuff going here.
Wow, yes, I'm impressed. Thank you for coming, William. I truly appreciate your time. I know it's getting a little bit late for you, but you're a youngster. You stay up half the night anyway, probably.
Yeah, well, like, different things. I mean, there's pictures going happen all during 24/7 pictures happen. You don't
Yep.
arrange the news or whatever I do for time. They don't arrange to, like, say, motorway crashes or anything happening just to suit my time. 95, do they?
Right. So if your phone rings right now, you got to jump in the car and go take pictures.
Well, you can do, but I'm more googling on googling on different things, different platforms. See if there anything happening. Know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes you go, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't be bored, but you sit in a. I can't take pictures sitting in the house, and if you're not out and about, then you can't get
Right.
pictures.
Right.
Especially the type of stuff I do. Man.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I have a friend in my hometown that takes pictures for some of the big newspapers across Canada, and he's taken some pretty incredible pictures.
Yeah. Probably a good guy to contact with because there's a lot of things happening in Scotland you can sell in Canada and vice versa. Like
Right.
say, I think in August the World Pipe Band Championships are in Scotland. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
basically, and there's pipe bands from Canada, Australia, and all over the world. I mean, so their pictures will sell in Canadian newspapers,
Yeah.
or New Zealand newspapers, their own pipe bands and that. Now,
There you go. Yep. Yep. Yeah. They have that family connection or just a notoriety connection between newspapers and stuff going between Britain and Canada.
yeah, I think it happened to most of them around the world. But the idea would be to get a Canadian newspaper to phone me up to see can you get pictures of say the Calgary Highlanders or something like that. Them
Right.
playing pipe bands for me to send a picture. Okay, it says them sending a photographer, of course, to Scotland.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Highland Games are pretty big.
yeah.
Yeah.
But tossing the caber
Yeah.
and there's a few American footballers like floating about as well, Scotland as well. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And now they're doing more and more American football games in London. And
Well, well, we've got a team in Scotland as well. I think we've got a team in the Claymores. I think they're called
okay.
in Scotland as
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean? So I think they play. I think they play the London team, the Irish team, that plays round about as well.
So,
And there's
all
only
right, gentlemen, it is now 6 o'clock my time. So, thank you for showing up. And hey, thanks for the exciting conversation, William. I truly appreciate that.
no problem, son. And I'll see you next Monday. And I'll see you in a fortnight's time, hopefully.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks,
definitely.
Kurt. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you, Kat.
Thanks, Emily. All right. Take care, man.
Bye bye.